Sweden 1-0 South Korea report, Andreas Granqvist penalty after VAR intervention hands Europeans victory. Sweden had VAR to thank after getting their World Cup campaign up and running with a 1-0 win over South Korea in Nizhny Novgorod. Group F got off to a sensational start on Sunday when world champions Germany were beaten by Mexico, but this never looked like matching the clash for excitement. However, Sweden ran out worthy winners, thanks to a second-half Andreas Granqvist penalty. Sweden dominated much of the first period and had chances to take the lead, the best of which saw Marcus Berg, 6 yards out and with the goal gaping, fire straight at Cho Hyun-woo. Berg would also flick an effort wide before the break, while Robin Olsen at the other end barely had a save to make. South Korea's 4-3-3 formation gave them an extra man in midfield, but they made little impression and Tottenham's Son Heung-min cut a frustrated figure. 20 minutes into the second period Sweden's dominance was made to count, with the video assistant referees intervening after match official Joel Aguilar had waved away appeals after Kim Min-woo's challenge on Viktor Claesson. South Korea launched a counter as Swedish players appealed and eventually the officials colluded to come to the right decision. With the penalty given, ex-Wigan defender Granqvist stepped up to send the goalkeeper the wrong way. South Korea never looked like getting back into the match from there, and now Sweden faced defending champions Germany on Saturday, knowing they can potentially knock Die Mannschaft out of the tournament. All the drama as it unfolded, below. Sweden 11, Olsen, Lustig, Granqvist, Jansen, Augustinsson, Larsson, Ekdal, Forsberg, Claesson, Berg, Toivonen. South Korea 11, Kim, Lee, Park, Ji Kim, Jang Hyun-soo, W Kim, Koo-yakiel, Lee, Ki, Kim Min-woo, Son, Hwang Hee-chan, and that's all she wrote. South Korea are beaten, Sweden claim 3 points. Deserved for the European side. They created the better opportunities and always looked more likely winners. In the end, job done for them, and they moved to top of the group with Mexico. Svensson puts one behind for no reason. South Korea goes short with Son, who gets it back and drives to the byline. Sweden make a mess but get it clear. Just a minute left. A disappointing pass from Son sums up his afternoon. Now a long ball into the box, a header back across, and Hwang running onto the penalty spot. Heads it wide. Has to hit the target. Just has to. Thelen is on for Sweden and is making a nuisance of himself. Sweden happy to toss it forward right now and just stay solid, leaving he and Berg and Forsberg to deal with things in attack. South Korea don't have long. They're still trying to play their football, but just aren't strong enough in attack. All South Korea now and playing the game increasingly in Sweden's half. Sweden struggling to get out. But no chances so far. 8 minutes plus injury time remaining. Some life from South Korea now. Son is trying to create some chances in and around the number 10 position. To quote Barry Davis, "Look at his face. Just look at his face." Belting. Last throw of the dice for South Korea. Young starlet Lee Sun-woo is on, the Verona forward once of Barcelona's academy. He replaced Koo-yakiel. Can he inspire some life from a lackluster attack? Sweden with their first change of the game. Genoa's Hiljemark comes on, into the center of midfield. Seen nothing from Son for South Korea this second half. No real response from Korea just yet. In fact, it's Sweden pushing for a second. Toivonen has had a quietly good game and he's almost put Berg through. Instead it goes for a corner and Larsson's delivery, on point all day, causes a tad more trouble. Goal. Coolly taken penalty and Sweden lead. The captain puts it to his right, the keeper goes the other way. Good penalty. Granqvist is stepping up. The skipper will take the spot kick, not usual taker Forsberg. VAR is in play. Sweden were fuming at a challenge in the penalty area by a Korean fullback Park. Claesson gets there first and VAR calls it back and it is correct. Penalty Sweden. Viktor Claesson goes into the book now. Late challenge from him. Korea readying a change in attack by the looks of it. Much more impetus from South Korea now. Hwang mugs Granqvist down by the corner, gets into the area and sees his cutback put behind for a corner. Sweden stretched momentarily. Needless challenge in his own right-back position from Hwang. He enters the referee's notepad. Larsson takes the free kick and it's on target from Toivonen. But another good save from the keeper, probably his third of the game. Better from Korea and they almost have the opener. Patient play down the left, a good cross from Kim, and Koo arrived to head just wide of Olsen's right-hand post. Not sure the big keeper would have got there. Brilliant counter from Sweden. Godo break with a quick free kick from Ekdal. Toivonen takes it and flicks over the top for Klaassen. He cuts inside and squares back, through the legs of Berg to Forsberg. The RB Leipzig man composes himself, steps in on his right foot and fires high over the bar. Here we go then. Second half is about to go with both teams underway. The ref puts his whistle to his lips ... and we're off. That's not good. So we're goalless at the break. But there have been chances in Nizhny Novgorod. Will we see a breakthrough in the second half? Betfair make over 1.5 goals a 13/8 shot. And there goes the half-time whistle. Perhaps Sweden should be in front. They've had the better chances but have not made the most of them and we're goalless. Game becoming a little stretched before the end of the half. Granqvist again comes forward but can't force a pass through. Lustig with a cross from the right, and Klaassen heads just over the bar. Brilliant take on his chest from Berg. He gets in behind, tries to lift over the keeper from a tight angle, but it rolls across the 6-yard box with no takers. Now Key makes a strong challenge on Toivonen, and Sweden want a penalty, but it's perfectly timed. Interesting half. Korea started brighter, Sweden took charge and now South Korea back looking more dangerous before the break. They need to be a little more careful with their passing. Forsberg is brought down. Definite foul. But the referee doesn't give it and South Korea win back the ball and drive forward. It's 4 versus 3 on the break, but Lee picks the wrong option, trying to cut in on his left peg and his effort is blocked. It then peters out to nothing. Another brilliant break from Sun. He switched to the right and is playing in the space to isolate Granqvist. Sun strips past him again and hits the byline. He has to cut back for a teammate, who are struggling to keep up, and Sweden smuggle it clear. Korea look to counter with Sun down the right. The Spurs man nudges it past Granqvist, but he's then blocked off by the Swedish skipper. Surprisingly, he's not booked. The free kick comes to nothing. Another set piece causes chaos. The corner is swung over, Granqvist runs a header, blocked. It falls to Janssen who tries to unleash and another block behind. That corner comes to nothing, but Sweden on top as we hit the half-hour mark. Free kick to South Korea, which Larsson strikes deep. Good defending sees Berg beaten in the air and it goes out for a corner. Park off, Kim Minutes Woo on.